2, 1. We're live.
Hey guys.
We have a $36 donation from Quo. The comment is "Suck it, Jabro." So file name is Yano for this.
Shoutouts to Weeps.
Shoutouts to Weeps.
Oh, is there a filter over this? Ooh.
Yeah.
No, there's no filter.
Or
You're right.
technically no.
Sorry.
It's being pushed through a black and white CRT.
That's right. I got you.
Alright, are we ready to go?
Yep.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. So
Ooh,
hi everyone.
Here we are.
This is Pokemon Snap. Give me a second to mash. And yeah, I'm joined here with a co-commentator who actually knows something about the game. So
Hi.
CC, introduce yourself.
My name is CC Neverender. I run this game. I also have done this category, unlike most of the community. There's only like 5 or 6 people who've ever done a run of this.
Yeah, so little backstory. Back in 2013, one of the better Snap runners, Game Fan Dan, had the N% and 100% record and got super bored. So he made 2 fake categories, which are challenge score and Hundo Wundo.
I like how challenge score is a fake category.
I mean, basically. And then, time passes and stuff happens. And eventually I have the N% and 100% record. So I made my own fake category, which is 250k, which is what you're seeing right now. So the goal of the category is to get 250,000 points. So normally in a regular 100% run, we'll get like 150, for example, 1,000 points. So we're going a bit above and beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, CC, do you want to explain Snap?
Sure. So Pokemon Snap is an on-rail shooter game, but there's a lot of stuff that we can do to increase our speed and just make the run go smooth. So we want to get as many points as possible and the fewest pictures possible. And that lets us get to our point goals and get out of stages as fast as possible. So what we're going to see here is that on beach and stuff like that, we're going to be doing a little lag reduction, but we're going to try and get 24,000 points or as close as we can. Probably about 22,500 or a little more, because that's going to let us get one picture in tunnel, and that'll give us apples, and we can go in there, get the apples score for apples, and then quit out, and then get the item, then go back in, because we have to have that item in order to beat the next stage.
Yeah, so we'll see how beach goes. Because of the marathon setup, I'm playing this in 16:9, so a few of my setups are a bit weird. The only one I'm sort of worried of is Butterfree, but everything else seems good. So let's see these points. So
I'm a little bit behind you,
yeah, audio's coming through my side, so you'll be a few seconds behind. But yeah, so one strategy to get good points is with some Pokemon we need items, which I guess CC just explained. We're getting one really soon. So we will be coming back here, first of all, to get the Pokemon signs, which is required to beat the game, but second of all, to get better points too.
Yeah. Because this game is actually pretty linear, and just like how the route goes, most of the categories, except for like challenge score, I think, all of the categories are about the exact same, leading up till about the 5th stage, and then things kind of start to diverge from there. But we're going to see essentially an 80% run for the first, what would you say, 13 minutes?
No, I get another Pokemon here, so I get Electrode again to get better points, and then Volcano, there's a few route changes to get, better Charmanders, and a better Magmar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, so we did just get apples, so as CC explained, we only needed 24,000 points to get apples, so we got that, exited out, and now we have apples for most importantly getting out of the level at the end, but also useful for a lot of points. I think I took that picture a bit early, actually. Yeah, tunnel's pretty straightforward. Most of the Pokemon here actually we're not going to get again later. The only one is maybe Diglett, and then we also need Zapdos because we don't have the Poke Flute, but for the most part we're trying to get the good points the first time.
Yeah, in an 80% route, we would all go through exclusively and just get pictures in one pass, essentially. And then at the very end of the game, we have to come back to each stage for the sign, but we don't get any other pictures for points. But then because the points is such a big deal in 250K, because you need essentially double the points that you would normally get in an any percent run, we have to go back and get a lot of more pictures and do the pictures again and get better points. So there's a couple times when we're going to take a picture now and then get a better picture later on with a different item, stuff like that. So
yeah, so unless I miss something, the only picture we're actually going to take is Diglett. But again, we do come back, so let's say, fuck up a picture really badly. There is a chance to redeem myself. I'm not just going to have to sit here and restart the course over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, so here comes magnets. Magnets is a really tough part because it's hard to explain, but in order to do magnets optimally, it's very, very difficult. The magnets themselves aren't that hard, although they're pretty easy to mess up just because of the nature. If you get too close, then the picture doesn't count and they run away from you. If you get them separated too much, you can drive one into a wall and then it can't connect with the other ones. And just stuff like that where it's entirely possible to screw it up really easily. And doing that fast and getting really good scores on both Pokemon, it can be really tough. And that's sort of what separates the beginner runners and like the top tier runners and like the top tier runners. The best of the best are able to do that really fast.
That's me. Yeah, so I actually did magnets good, but I don't think magnets will be worth as many points as I would like. But worst case, I think we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if we can avoid it, we don't want to take a second picture of a Pokemon. So as you saw with Electrode there, it was worth it for like the 3,000 points. But it is really slow because you need to retake the picture first of all, and then select it again, and then have the oak check. So in all, it's like almost 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's about 4 seconds just to select and then submit a picture, but then the actual text and stuff for whenever it's like upgrading a picture takes another second or two. So it's just it loses a lot of time. So you don't want to do this much. You want to do that as few times as possible. What's the word I'm looking for? Least often? I don't know.
Yeah, least often.
Oh, you're dragging them together? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we get the Vulpix party there.
Vulpix party. Vulpix party. Vulpix party.
Yeah, so if any of you have seen Pokemon Snap before, this is where things get different, because we slow down a lot for good pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Beep. That's good. No, Magmar, don't do this to me. Come on, buddy. Alright, so one trick you'll see here is doing this with your camera. Actually slows it down quite a bit. Just going left and right like this a lot. We didn't actually talk a lot about the camera. Do you want to cover that quick?
So Pokemon Snap is an on-rail shooter, but we can actually affect our speed. So whenever we're not locked in, like whenever we're freely looking around, not holding the Z button, we can actually that changes our direction, and then that affects our speed a lot. So by looking forward, going maximum speed. By looking behind, we're looking at slowest speed, stuff like that, and anywhere in between if you're looking on the left or the right side. So whenever you lock in and hold Z with the camera, we call that camera locking, because that locks in your speed and direction. So a lot of times you'll see that runners will look forward using the C up to like realign themselves with the front, and then they lock in the camera, and that means that they lock in their maximum speed. But when you're unlocked like that, you can look left and right like that, and that's technically the slowest possible movement, because when you use the C buttons to go look left and right, you actually end up going slower than normal. That was maximum Charmander.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually good to everything except Charmander. That was good everything except Vulpix. I messed up a bit, but
Dang.
Rest was really good.
Still good. We're at 86k. Normally we just need 72,500 points for Pesters here, but because we're god gamers, we just blew that out of the water.
Absolute legends.
Absolute unit. Oh, you're doing an album trick? Nice.
Yeah.
So in order for us to unlock. So okay, you can't unlock a stage and an item at the same time. Stage takes precedence over that. So even though we have the points to get the next item, we also unlock the stage. So we have to go into river, and then we have to go back through oak check again. And so there's a neat little trick you can do where you can take a picture, and instead of submitting it for points, you can put it in your album, like in your personal album, and then it goes through the oak check anyways, but it doesn't look for points. It just says, okay, we'll save this to your album. And so you can still get the item that way too, which is really useful. Did we know about that before the RTA in Japan?
I'm dying. I have a cough. No,
okay.
that trick actually comes from one of the Japanese runners who used to have the world record in this category. Recently, did I miss the? Okay, no, good. Yeah, pretty recently the Japanese community started interacting a bit more with North American communities because one of them's bilingual. Yo, what's up, lads? I'm sorry for not believing you in Mafia. But yeah, Kimu is our sort of bridge, and then Kodo, who's a really good Japanese player. He actually plays on the Wii U version normally, but sometimes does N64 stuff. He actually sniped me in this category by like a lot, and I'm like, whoa, this is my category. I got beat.
This is your category.
It's my category. But yeah, Kodo's like an absolute legend, and he's really good.
It was crazy. His time was like not nearly as good as yours for a while, and then out of nowhere he like saved like 7 or 8 minutes or something like that. I forget the exact number, but he saved a lot of time, and so that means you came back and you pushed the category a lot further, which is really good.
I think he beat me by 2 minutes, which is a lot in a game like Snap, because like it's.
Was it that? I thought it was more than that, but
I actually got triple poster there. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Any differences between the versions? Yeah, so Japanese is faster than English by about 20 seconds. There's a few things that make English faster in some parts, but overall Japanese is faster because of the text.
Indeed.
And then Wii U is faster by, we're not 100% sure, it's between 30 and 45 seconds. There's a few gameplay differences.
The biggest difference is that they had to redo the point detection code because the hardware is different or whatever. I don't know. I don't fully understand it, but the way that points are given and checked is different. So that means scores are a little bit different, and generally Virtual Console is a little bit harsher on points and just detection in general. Like the picture of Poliwag behind the bushes that that Quo took, that would not count as a picture on Wii U or even on into the VCs. It only counts on N64.
Also, a really stupid thing is the Wii version has more lag than N64, which is nice.
Yeah, it's really silly.
But Wii U is faster, as I said.
Yeah.
For this category, I mean, technically you can do it on all versions, but I think any percent's still more optimal just because of the point detections is better on this version, so you actually get more points for Pokemon. But Kodo, who was the person I mentioned earlier, he actually did runs on all 3 consoles. I don't have enough balls to do it on VC.
I assume you mean Wii VC, or do you mean Wii U VC as well?
No, he did runs on all 3.
Yeah, but you haven't done Wii U VC?
Not of this category. I have of
okay.
Everything else. I used to have a suite
Except
of...
for Hundo Wundo.
That's not a good category. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I don't. I really don't.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I actually used to have a sweep of any percent and 100% records on both consoles, and now I only have 4 of the 6. Feels bad.
A single tear was crying.
A single tear. Okay, we're not gonna get the snipe.
What?
Why am I doing that? Alright, so we're actually gonna retake Jigglypuff and Weepinbell later, which I just messed up the cycle there, so that's fine. So one thing that's a bit faster is taking worse pictures is like 4 frames faster per picture. So I go on uncenter. Are you joking? Okay.
Juking Bill? Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. All right, I'm not gonna John, but I am playing on a different aspect ratio than I'm used to, so the camera moves at a slightly different speed. I know that's John, but you know what?
Oh man.
Um,
Quality.
But yeah, so
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Jigglypuff and Weepinbell we're gonna take later. No, rather, yeah, Weepinbell we're gonna take later. And Jigglypuff, so we take bad pictures of those to save like 8 frames.
Yeah. And that's sort of the difference between sort of the 100% category and this one, I think. Well, okay. One of the things that's kind of annoying about 100% is that you kind of take bad pictures towards the end. When you have enough points, you don't need to worry about getting more points, you know? So when you need to get all 63 Pokemon, points is like not a problem. So it's fastest to actually get like bad pictures. So it kind of becomes kind of lame. There's no skill behind it. It's really just like, well, I say no skill, but, you know.
There's no skill behind the pictures.
Yeah. So it's just kind of lame. So Hundo Wundo is kind of a fix for that, but 250k is really like sort of the what's the word I'm looking for? It really pushes you to the test, because not only is it difficult, you need to have a lot of game knowledge, and you need to be able to pull off really high scores, and it's all being timed in a relatively quick succession.
Yeah, I don't think we explained it, but Hundo Wundo is just 100%, but you want to get all the pictures centered, which is the biggest difference. And for some of them, you know, it's a lot harder than it seems. So, for example, like Staryu and Starmie are really sporadic. Same thing with Zubat, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. All right, I'm actually gonna. Oh no! Dratini! Dratini blocks my Pester Ball. Oh no! Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. All right. Okay, so the fastest route, which is pretty risky, involves... Never mind, we're good. Involves just coming to Valley once and getting all the pictures first try. I will probably need to come back. So my estimate's pretty safe for that. That's not something I'm worried about, but optimally...
oh yeah, your estimate's fine.
Yeah, optimally we would not be coming back here, but I might need to. Shake and kick. Sweet. Did I get Goldeen? I don't think I did. There are 2 Pokemon in this course that are pretty random. So that's Goldeen and Dratini, and I got like 3 Dratrinis, but I didn't get a Goldeen. So that's pretty cool. I'll need to hope to get a Goldeen.
Yeah, there's a little bit more time here at the very end. Do you have setups for those Staryu?
Nope. You sort of just guessed.
Okay. To say, like, you sniped him really fast.
Something like that. Alright, let's get a Goldeen. If I don't get a Goldeen, I will need to come back. Oh, never mind. Oh, crap. I think I missed it. The spaghetti. Don't crash. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Goldeen.
Alright, last one is a Mankey picture, which is this guy. One of those, hopefully, is good. But if not, coming back is not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, my PB, which is also the record, is 27 minutes and 10 seconds. Back when I made the estimate, it was like 33. So, back then it was safe, but now I think it's like super safe.
It's free, essentially.
Pretty much.
Is that a giant scan line moving down the image? Nice.
That first Goldeen's bad. We'll check out Goldeen later.
Out of curiosity, why are we doing this kinescope thing?
That is a good question that I cannot answer, but I think there's a chat command somewhere.
There was a command. SpeedKino is an online marathon with a twist. The runner's game feed is kinescope to you live via black and white TV.
F. Alright, we'll need a new Goldeen.
I'm just curious why. I mean, I guess there's novelty to it, so YOLO, right?
Yeah, some games actually look really nice in black and white, I must say. Snap isn't bad. I'll say that
Snap
too.
isn't bad. There's a lot of good colors that are in Snap though that you're missing out on. A lot of those blue skies that we stare at.
Oh my god, that was janky. Alright. Was there anything I wanted to get? Vulpix was fine.
So if I'm not mistaken, you go to Volcano because you don't need Flute for anything on this one, right?
Correct.
Okay.
They'll go for it.
I was going to say, so because, again, we can't unlock two things at the same time, we get the boost engine and the flute at the same time, but we only get the boost engine first. So because of that, we have to do
I'm an idiot.
another stage and get the oak check one more time in order to get the next item, which we need to finish off the game. So because we don't need that item for Volcano, we go to Volcano first in order to get just get all the pictures that we need here, and then we can move on.
So I'm actually an idiot, and I missed the Growlithe picture, even though it was like literally right there.
Yeah. I think you were just looking for that Arcanine.
Yeah. What are my thoughts on people dismissing autoscroller on-rail games despite the quality of the runs? I mean, I run games that I like to run. If you don't, then like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, it's my thoughts personally are that it's kind of frustrating that people just dismiss you on on the concept of like, oh, it's an auto scroll or whatever. But I don't know. It's the same thing where it's like, I'm gonna keep playing it. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to. But
At this point, I've been running this game for like 4 years, so I've heard every side of the story. It's eh is my answer.
yeah, there's a lot of skill that goes into these games. So I mean, we know, the community knows. Community knows that it's a good speed game. So
The SM64 runners that recently joined the community are saying that it's a pretty legit game, so you know it's true. And I actually missed every single one of these Vileplume pictures, so we're going to lose a few points here.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad.
So I'm actually a bit behind on my points benchmark, but that's fine. Alright, so there was a donation incentive to get Pikachu on Articuno, so I will be doing that now. I was practicing it earlier, and I feel like I was getting it 1 and 2 times, so I might need to come back to Cave, but hopefully we get it fast, while also getting everything else. Getting 3 Jigglypuff gives you like an extra 1,000-something points at the end of tunnel. But also, if you hit Jigglypuff, there's a microphone that appears. Fun fact.
It's one of the only visual glitches in the entire game.
Yeah, as you guys probably guessed, this game doesn't have many glitches. You know, we keep trying, but it's hard to break
There's just not
it
that
up.
many. There's not that many mechanics for us to abuse, so it's kind of hard to break this game.
Yeah, no out-of-bounds glitches when you're on a rail.
Yeah.
Alright, so to set up Pikachu on Articuno, we first need to hit him out of the Zubat, which is harder than it looks, but I just got him. And then he drops down and gets balloons before he dies, which is great.
Microphones that as a marker? Yes, that's the one.
And I explained this in Volcano, but I do this with the camera just to slow down. Because we need to slow down so that we can clip into Articuno and take a picture. And then that'll also give us a second chance at getting a picture a little later. So hopefully none of you guys have motion sickness, because now is not the time to be looking. And that's not gonna be good. All right, let's hope for the second one. That one should be good.
Ooh, that Pikachu butt picture though.
Oh damn. And then singing Jigglypuff is worth a bunch of points. So yeah, that first picture is not good, but this second picture should be worth still about 6,000 points.
Oh man.
Actually, the Japanese runner I was talking about earlier, Kodo, he actually does that in his runs, getting Pikachu on Articuno.
Oh wow.
Which is...
I would think that takes way too long.
Me too, but you also do get a bunch more points for it.
Yeah, it's what, like 8,000? I think it's done perfectly.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I didn't go back to get Goldeen. Oops. Yeah, so perfect picture of that Pikachu is 8,000 points. No Lapras, alright. So we can get Lapras here, but it depends on the cycle, and I don't want to slow down because there's a setup right here to get Scyther, who's normally pretty tough to get. And for the curious, the picture that we normally take a picture are on the stumps using Thunderbolt, but we're going to be skipping that. Oh no, Chansey, don't do this to me. Chansey, no! Okay,
Chansey, no!
good.
Wow!
Depending on where the apple lands, Chansey can screw up and not cheer for the apple, which is worth like 4,000 points, and we really need that. But yeah, we're fine. We are so fine.
We Gucci. We in there.
Ooh, that was really good. $232. We're a little low, so after this I will be going back to get Goldeen. It's not a real split. Alright, so here we're going to get Zapdos, we're going to retake Diglett because we're a bit low on points, and then we're going to get the Sign, which is going to unlock Mew. But before that, I'll just make sure I have enough points before going into Mew, or else the category sort of falls apart if you don't have enough points, because, I mean, you don't finish the category. Yeah, so we'll see what we're at after Goldeen. Also get a better Graveler. And then, if I need to, I'll go to Growlithe. Yes, that's the plan. I didn't get Diglett, did I? I'm an idiot. Whatever, we're fine.
We'll survive. Not really, but we'll survive.
So I need like 5,000 points. That's not a big deal.
Are you gonna go for Graveler?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, an older route used to come back here, and one of the reasons was because you can get more points for Graveler, so I'll have an extra few points here, but until then, we'll be throwing apples into the river for Goldeen. That wasn't centered. So yeah, not only are Goldeen and Dratini random, but what pose they do is also random. That's not going to be a good one. And whether or not they have Sparkles is random, and Sparkles gives you the most points. So it's not the nicest of Pokemon to get good pictures on. We'll manage.
Goodness.
Ooh, that one might be good, actually. We'll see. Alright, so for Graveler, we want to use the second song, but we also want them to set up in a specific position, which is around here. No. Oh my. Should be good. Mm, mm. Okay, I'll re-get Growlithe and then we'll be good to go to Mew. So that's a little bit. Yeah, I'll be on. Yeah, I'm gonna be done in about 2 or 3 minutes. So I'll be a few minutes below estimate, which hopefully is not a problem. But
assuming that everyone else can get ready for the next run, that should help bring the tournament back into schedule.
Hopefully, or I mean, you guys can read more Harry Potter. That would be the time. God damn it. Ah.
Harry Potter? What?
Yeah, they were reading like a Harry Potter fanfic earlier.
Oh, nice.
Alright, retook Arcanine because I can squeeze out a few more points there, just in case. But yeah, we'll be good from you.
Something we don't really explain is that kind of like with Cloyster and with Dratini and stuff, the Pokemon that spawns out of those lava pools is random. It's a 75% chance or so. We think it's about 75% chance.
Yeah.
For Growlithe, and a 25% chance for Arcanine. So it's entirely possible for you to get 3 Arcanines or 3 Growlithes and not be able to finish that at the reset, not reset, but restart, or usually reset if you're on a PB pace or world record pace.
Yeah. It comes down
bueno.
to getting 3 Arcanines, about a 1% chance, and getting 3 Growlithes is like 42%, I think. And getting one of each is like 50-ish. So you're still like more likely to get one of each, which is nice. But it's still not...
It's still a very sizable chunk chance that you'll get. It's what I call hundoed, where hundo just says "fuck you" for playing this category.
Basically. Alright, so if we were better on points, we could have taken Mew chasing the ball, but I need a few more points than that. So by hitting Mew like that, he actually gets closer to you. And if this isn't enough, I might cry. He could have been bigger, actually. Ooh. 250,490 points, and that is going to be time.
And that's how you do 250k. Let's go. Final time 55?
Yeah. 31:54 on my splits, but yeah.
Okay.
One nice bit about 250k, or one nice thing rather, is that you get to see all the good pictures you got.
You get the better credits. And the credits look nice because you got really good pictures.
Exactly. So
cool.
We'll let these scroll. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for donating for the file name and Pikachu on Articuno, which we'll see shortly again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in seeing more, we have lots of guides and stuff for the game if you want to learn. There's actually a pretty active community at the moment. At least it's kind of cooling down a little bit, but we're hosting a tournament currently.
There it is. There is a tournament if you guys want to see any percent runs, which are significantly shorter. We'll post links and stuff, I guess.
If that's cool. It's on my channel, so it's at twitch.tv/ccneverender.
I mean, NASA rules is that the runner becomes NASA staff for the duration of their run, so I can do whatever I want, really.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
In that case, if you want to keep up with it, there's more information on our page. That's our challenge bracket, so that's the rule set and stuff like that.
Oh no, you got started out.
Did I? Oh,
yeah,
probably. That's okay.
Oh, well, click on CC's name and follow his channel. Yeah, if you liked what you saw, I do Snap. CC does Snap. A bunch of other people do Snap, so check it out, and thanks for watching.
Hell yeah.